in the industry that's really incorporating all kinds of functionalities and newest technology you can imagine that works well in the APM area. So many actually are new inventions too. So now we can really proudly say that we are really taking care of an asset from the cradle to the grave. So from the asset creation all the way until the asset operations until decommission. So for example, in the APM portfolio, our most three biggest pillars of the solutions are modules for predictive analytics, modules for asset strategy optimization, and then one more is module for mobile operator rounds. So that's a handheld devices solution. So before I talk more detail about these three pillars, we actually have one more layer on top of it. We call it asset visualization. Uh, I see in various profile this word asset visualization. So I think this is also a new concept indeed that we are talking about having the visibility throughout your assets, right? So assets could be generating assets, asset could be a distribution network. So basically, it's all about your as management level. Uh, you want to have a visibility throughout your entire assets across different size, different regions, and this way you can make overall decisions, agile decision in real time. So this is as a visualization. This is even a higher level after we have all the information data gathered by the other tools. So it is a step-by-step approach that we are really professional as a company that we can help you identify which part based on your current IT infrastructure, based on your current operations, and acceptance of people, corporate initiative, all those. We can talk together to discuss what could be the lowest hanging fruit that we can reach in the short term, and then what could be a phase two, what could be a phase three in the long term, right? So step-by-step approach, we based on our experience working with distribution and network company. That one of the modules that I may want to highlight today is this mobile operator rounds, because a lot of time it could be a good start, an easy start, and then quickly you can see results on increasing your workforce efficiency already. Before I go into that, is there any question from any one of you?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jackson. Maybe do you have experience implementation predictive analytic or mobile operator in utility company, maybe ada Dorpel and TNB or etc.
Okay. So yeah, that's a very good question. So um, okay, now in this case, let me. I see that you really have interest in predictive, so I will also definitely address that as well. So then maybe let me just start with predictive. So we are really a leading provider for predictive analytics for both industries with very heavy assets, naming oil and gas and power
Oh,
and utility. So these two industry we are very well covered. For example, for the power industry, there are two really huge U.S. Power company. One is Duke Energy, one is Southern Company. These two companies are all our customers for predictive analytics. And then in Europe, we have company like EDF. That's also one of the largest in the Europe. These are just a few bigger name examples. And then for those company, we deploy the predictive analytics for them throughout their different assets. There is generation assets, of course. There's also a power distribution and network. For predictive analytics, I can give you a really vivid example that just it could be easily to help you to it's an example from a generation asset, but in the end of time you will know that this is a mechanism running behind it. So it was one story with Duke Energy that they are using equipment from GE. GE kind of had their standard monitoring over the assets already, so they kind of provide as a service to monitor their turbine for them. But it was for a long time, GE said your turbine is fine. And there
Okay.
was one day that when they are doing pilot with our predictive, it gives a kind of warning saying that check your turbine. They are kind of skeptical that time because while they've been working in GE for a really long time. Um, so then they call G and say, hey, I have a software tell me that your turbine has problem. And they say, no, it's override. But they still feel like, well, I mean, they are working with AVEVA, this new partner, and then they think, okay, like give it a try. So they stop the line and then send an engineer to check this turbine. And what they find out is there is a very small blade that's
Mm.
broken. It's so small that it's going to take really really long time until the broken become bigger until it would hit this threshold for their condition monitoring run by GE. But when that happened, it happened rapidly, right? It can quickly turn into a disaster on that turbine. The turbine might just shut down in a couple of minutes, and then the whole line has to have an emergency shutdown if it ever happened. So what our solution does is we call this early warning. So the
Mm.
early warning is early enough that it is weeks or months before a failure could actually happen. And then this early warning, basically just that single catch helped them save $30 million, because that's a really huge plant. So that's just one example that really convinced them and made them feel like, okay, this is not just interesting to look at, this is needed at the plant. So this is one vivid example we have with Duke, but of course, with every customer, we have similar case study that we do some back testing. So back testing means that we use your historical data to do testing and show you that, hey, you see this early warning, and did you really happen some equipment failure? Yes, and they find out actually it really did happen. So it's kind of I mean, a lot of time our customer feel it's magical, but it's not magical. It's because our analytics is very precise, and then we have a really good user interface that's really easy for the engineers to operate without a data science background. So anyone we have experience with working with reliability or maintenance can use this software easily, and then get the value out of it. So for predictive analytics, this is I use one example to share with you the background, the mechanism. Is there any question on this part?
Okay, I see. Can
Okay.
Pak Aris, maybe can you describe us with the slide presentation to describe more? And I
Yeah,
can, yeah,
actually, first of all, I really didn't expect that I get already a big
yeah,
audience today, and I'm very appreciate that. The thing is, today is kind of an initial call, really,
yeah,
that
okay,
I get to know you, and then understand your situation, and together we have a little bit, kind of discuss the agenda of next meeting
yeah, yeah.
that I will be joining my colleague. Actually, I believe will be from our either our Malaysia office or from our Indonesia
Mm-hmm.
office. We have colleagues there that's working closely with companies in the Southeast Asia region, and then he will be able to give you a deeper dive, assisting by slides, of course, to talk about the areas that we focus today. So
Yeah.
today is more like setting up the directions, right? So if that's okay for you, that this is the kind of amount of information I give today. So that's a very general, high level point of view.
Mm.
But in the next a meeting that we, of course, will give you more details, and in even later meeting, we can even set up demos or these kind of things that, of course, online. Okay, so that was a part of predictive. I hope that was a little clear at the beginning phase, so it's a rough understanding. But the other part I mentioned is a mobile operator round that we really think that is a part that is we always call a low-hanging fruit, because it is a more budget solution and then quick and easy to roll out across the network. So this mobile operator rounds, we are very proud to say that it is being used by two big oil companies, Chevron and ExxonMobil, as a global standard.
What do you say?
So global standard.
Mobile opera? What mobile?
ExxonMobil is
Oh,
the ExxonMobil and Chevron. These are two huge international oil company that they use our mobile operator rounds as a global standard. So global standard means that across all of their facilities, their sites, they all use our mobile solution. So it is well covered. You can find it every corner around the world. And Petronas.
hmm.
Petronas is also using our mobile operator as well as predictive analytics. So we have really well visibility and coverage in the Southeast Asia region as well. So what is this mobile operator round? So I'm sure you guys already kind of heard of or familiar with, or maybe someone else presented for you these kind of handheld devices. Just to make sure that you haven't used one right now, do you?
What's up? What's up? Can you repeat again? Sorry.
Like a handheld devices, like
Uh,
it's like a mobile devices. It's like
yeah,
it could be even be a mobile phone, but on this you have a system on it that helps your workforce to
yeah. Right now,
Yeah.
we using the mobile to inspection our asset in distribution
mm-hmm,
and also
mm-hmm,
transmission. And then the
mm-hmm,
challenging is about the challengings to digitalize our asset is we should be aware sensor to any pool, and it's so expensive. And then the short solution, we make just digital, just describe the where is our pool and what happening in our pool, and just it. Because the challenges in utilization is so difficult to digitalize or to make visualization predictive and etc. And we have the
mm.
mobile to inspection our asset. Maybe Pak Haris, maybe
Ah,
can you add?
Yeah, in transmission, there is same that we have a mobile application that can monitoring the asset condition, but
mm-hmm,
different from distribution, there is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 monitoring for the transmission. And then the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 can predict the condition of the whole asset,
mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm,
whole condition of asset.
mm-hmm. Okay, understood. So this mobile solution that you are using, is it from a vendor, or is it from it's your own development?
Our development, our self development, not vendor, not using vendor.
So it's an in-house
Yeah, in
solution.
house. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Would it? Do you think it would be interesting for you to see what functionality we offer in the mobile solution? Because it is it is something that maybe is a different kind of workflow that you never think before, because it is
Maybe Jackson.
we say that.
Jackson, I prefer with the predictive analytic, not the
Okay,
mobile,
okay,
because the mobile is our project, in-house project. You select that our project
okay,
first, but we prefer to how about the visualization our asset, predictive what is
okay,
occurrence in our asset, and etc.
okay,
Because
okay.
the yeah
No problem. No
yeah
problem. Yeah.
this is
Yeah. Thanks for setting up the direction. This is exactly the purpose of the call today.
yeah
So, okay. Then we will focus more on the predictive. But again, that predictive it has very much to do with data, right? So
yeah
maybe we discuss a bit more on the predictive. I'm curious to learn first. What kind of equipment that you are using throughout the network? I of course have some general understanding, but I still prefer to hear it from you. So if you can give me a short list of most common equipments that you are interested to be monitored by
yeah
Predictive. Okay.
yeah The-
So what kind of
yeah okay
equipments
okay
that's
the
most?
kind of equipment just to I would like to monitor medium voltage line and also transformer, medium voltage line and also transformer,
Transformer
and also pool, sure pool in distribution, right? Medium
uh-huh,
voltage line and
uh-huh,
transformer, transformator.
uh-huh. Okay.
uh,
Okay. 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 Understood.
because both of the high impactful to make failure in our system.
Mm, okay,
Yeah,
understand. So, i- is there any sort of outage, downtime now as an
yeah,
issue sometimes? So
yeah.
outage.
Of
Uh-huh.
course.
Uh-huh.
Outage. Every day because we have about 40,000 circuit medium
Uh,
voltage line and in Sulawesi, right? And then it's challenging to reduce the downtime, to reduce
uh-huh.
the failure. So we should be monitor with the visualization maybe, and also we wearing the sensor to just monitor to make a predictive analytic when it's occur, when it's happening again, and
Mm-hmm.
it's important to visual our asset in
Okay.
yeah
Okay. And then for these all the network transmissions,
yeah
do you already have sensors in place or not yet? Some or
in transmission nggak
yeah.
ada ya.
How much
Uh,
of instrumentation you already have right now?
in transmission, there is three parts that we monitoring. First is transmission line.
Mm-hmm.
Second is main equipment. It consists of transformer and the MV box, MV cubicle, and then the third is actual auxiliary equipment like relay and then battery and then etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We monitoring the detail monitoring. It's in the transformer and the transmission line,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
in the auxiliary equipment there is not detail. We will improve this secondary or the auxiliary equipment because we do not go to the third equipment to be detailed.
Okay. So, am I correct that you already have a project is already ongoing to improve the instrumentation throughout the network, right?
Yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Okay, that's good. And at this moment, do you collect those data already into we say a database?
yeah big
Something
data.
like a Pi system or a Yokogawa system. Do you know what kind of uh, we call data historian that you are using, or it could be Siemens, it could be one
Yeah,
direction.
No. In distribution, maybe Pak Haris can tell in transmission, but in distribution, to collect the data, we using the data warehouse because we have our self application to get the
Mm-hmm.
data, and then the data we can manage, we can visual what happening, just as I did,
Mm-hmm.
not using the vendor application or etc. I don't know in
Mm-hmm.
transmission, Pak Haris. In transmission, I think same, right?
yeah. In transmission, we have standalone application like voice. Voice is application for fault monitoring, and then we have a CVM application. This application is for monitoring the asset like a transformer condition or etc. And then we have ground patrol. This application is for monitoring the condition in tower.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
In transmission.
Okay. 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 Understood.
And
So
that and then there is no the data analytic or data warehouse to be to be store this big data, because the application is standalone
mm,
for each application.
okay. 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 Um, okay. I think okay, so let me say this step by step. So the first step before we have doing the predictive analytics is that we make sure the data, the IT infrastructure
Yeah.
is set up ready. So you know, we need we will need the data to be collected and then collected in one place, and then this amount of data we use it to analyze. You know, because we don't analyze just an equipment, we analyze the entire network. So many equipments, many tags we say together. So the first step is to set up this centralized data. It could be we call it like a data historian. So for example, like Very, you mentioned that the data warehouse for distribution, there's no data warehouse, for example, in transmission. However, this data warehouse, I believe, is also some like a kind of a built in-house data warehouse, right? So it's not provided by a vendor kind of data historian. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I wanna share about the our concept, a little concept maybe about
Okay.
the data analytic in distribution.
Okay.
In another paper that I read, we have four types of data analytics, and we just start in prescriptive. Just sorry, just descriptive. It is the first step, right, in the data analytics.
Mm,
Just what happening
description. Yeah.
in my business. So I just visual our data in data warehouse just like this, but there is no data like sensor because it's
Mm,
too expensive to assemble in our pool. It's too expensive, and our CEO say like that, similar like that, because distribution is too many pool. About the 40 in Sulawesi Island is about the 40,000 kilometer circuit, and it's too large to assemble the sensor. And so we just start in the descriptive. Maybe, however, if you have any solutions to our problem, our challengings, you can make it cheaper cost to the capex is cost to implement in the prescriptive, right? This
mm.
because
Okay. Okay.
this is our challenging to digitalize our asset in distribution, and I think it's same in transmission. In transmission is same case, I think, just like
Okay.
this.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, we do provide so predictive analytics is to predict the failure, so give early warning, right? But
Yeah.
of course, on top of that, uh, it's actually a new development. We have it's a very solid predictive prescriptive analytics based on we call it asset failure mode library. So that it's a kind of library built on our 20 years of experience working in the industry. We have basically existing failure modes, and what
Yeah,
kind of actions to take with each failure mode
yeah,
in this library, and then that's gonna be really helpful for you. So
yeah,
that's part of our predict analytics module that it tells you not just it is going to fail. It tells you what you're gonna do about it, right? So
yeah,
I believe this is what you're looking for too. So it sounds really good. I see that we already run over a few minutes.
yeah,
Is it I just want to quickly conclude that today the discussion was really interesting on the predictive. I understand. I have some understanding on your current network and infrastructure situation. I'll discuss with my colleague. And then a quick next step that I was thinking to ask you guys, and I would like to send a meeting invite for our next call, joining my colleague expert. So maybe if you can, we can quickly together check our calendar for because next week he's going to be on holiday. So if we can look at the week at let's see, maybe 4th and 14th of October.
14
Uh,
October.
yep.
The same time. Maybe Pak Karis, Pak Ilham, can you available in
Same time actually. It's not
3 p.m.?
so not working for my colleague. Can we be 1 hour earlier? So I would say that's 2 p.m. your time, 2 to 3 p.m.
2 p.m. Jakarta time, right? Yeah, yeah. Depend
Yes.
on Pak Karis and Pak Ilham. Maybe you spare your time to join with Pak Jackson and expert.
Yeah, I
14.
will, yeah, join with you
Maybe yeah.
Okay.
whenever you want.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe
Thank you so
Jackson,
much.
you can prepare your slides presentation, the concrete, right? How you offer to us about the predictive analytic, and then
Mhm.
it's the solution our challenging our problem in distribution, because distribution is different with the oil company and Exxon
I,
because different.
I know.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's too
of
much.
course, I know. Yeah, we work with many power distribution as well. So
Mm,
for those company, I said like Duke Energy, Southern Company, EDF. We work with them on both of their generation assets and
yeah.
their network distribution assets. So we do have a lot of experience. Uh, and then since you mentioned that, I want to highlight another module that I really recommend that you also look at. We call it asset strategy
Mm,
optimization. It is really going because right now you have a lot of preventive maintenance, right? I'm
mm.
sure you are having a lot of preventive maintenance, but a lot of time you don't know when is the best interval between
Yeah,
preventive maintenance.
yeah.
Maybe you are over maintaining your assets.
Yeah.
Maybe you are not under maintaining your assets. But this asset strategy optimization is going to analyze based on your assets age, the assets current health, from the monitoring.
Preventive maintenance is
And
all old methodology. The future methodology is predictive maintenance, I think.
yes. But our asset strategy optimization is going to tell you that first of all, if you should change from preventive to predictive,
Yes.
like is it gonna be the best? And
Yeah.
then if you are preventive, then are you doing the preventive correctly?
Mhm.
So it's a kind of like a very smart system that it
Yeah.
helps you to tune your maintenance strategy in the way that is definitely guides you to maintenance cost saving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is I really this solution is used very across many European network distribution company. Like I'm sure you heard companies like NG, also very big, Iberdrola. So those companies because this solution we acquired from a Netherlands company that they were famous for this area, and then it is many of their customers are really satisfied by their service, and then we turned it into a solution. So this is something that really and it works perfectly with predictive and mobile operator around all the solution altogether to give you even more value. So a quick question before we go. Are you using SAP for maintenance or Maximo?
Yes, Maximo.
Maximo. So
Yeah,
we
and distribution Maximo.
Yes, we our
But
solution
in
have
Pak Haris division using SAP, using SAP.
Yeah. In transmission, we use SAP to maintain the financial and then other maintenance.
Plan maintenance SAP and distribution using
Plan
Maximo.
maintenance and then financial
Maybe
aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Jackson. Maybe we rearrange our meeting next Saturday. I think next Saturday. But what about Karis? Sabtu apa Jumat? Kayaknya minggu depan. Sorry, in bahasa. Kayaknya kalau minggu depan itu kalau nggak Jumat Sabtu aja gimana?
Yeah, Sabtu aja. Maybe Saturday.
Yeah, maybe next Saturday. Maybe we if you want to next meeting.
I think I don't. I think next week, whole week, my colleague is off.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking. So maybe let me try 14. The time I say 2 p.m. It will be a 1 hour call. But then after that, I will send an invite like this time with you, and then if the time doesn't work for anyone, just drop me a message and let me know. We can rearrange but I hope that time will work out, and then we will have that 1 hour meeting. Let me introduce you, my colleague, and then we can discuss more from there. Okay, and then in the end of time, I mean we are going to have all the topics here you are interested to present you, but it's gonna be a productive meeting, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll send you a few materials like brochures and after this meeting as well.
Okay.
So you can take a look, and then you can send me any questions. A list of questions if you want, even before our next call. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Jackson.
Have a good day. Thank
you.
Thank
Good morning. Good morning.
See you again soon. See you again soon.
See you too.
Bye.
Bye.